welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. This is it. Game number 5, our final game of the series. Winner of this, again, they win the series, and as we keep going back to, if who wins it, they are moving on. If Reason wins it, there's a good chance that they're moving on. Not guaranteed in their case. But the point is, you win here. That's what really matters. And here we go. Also, a little bit more money, of course, to be made. As every single game, there's a $100 bounty on the line. So, joined by St. Rocks once again, and very interesting start to this draft. Moira, Flux, Parasite, Tremble the bans, but that means Warbeast for the first time in the series left open. He's not left open often. And then who doesn't even first pick it? They go Ophelia instead, and Reason snap picks the Warbeast.
Well, if you're not confident in, if your team doesn't have anyone that plays Warbeast, then it's going to be a really bad pick for you, regardless of how good the hero is. So that might be the reason behind it.
Well, if that's the case, though, then ban Warbeast instead of Parasite, then, right? Would you? I don't know.
I think all of these bans were respect bans more than just good hero bans. If you get what I'm saying. Like Moira was just played, Flux was played earlier, Parasite was played earlier, Tremble was played earlier. I think maybe they just had gone into the mode of just respect banning each other to make sure that you push the enemy team out of the comfort zone.
Yeah. It's tough, though, because you're giving Zane a very, very good hero of his. And,
yes.
And it is also just a great hero. Again, this is one of the most banned heroes right now in the competitive scene. So,
yeah.
I'm curious what their plan is, yeah. What is the reason, would you say? Why is Warbeast so strong?
Because he is suicide that you can't stop from suiciding. Like, you can't stop him from getting some sort of farm. You can't stop him from ruining the lane of your carry. And you can't stop him from giving his entire team, 44 bonus attack damage? Yeah. Level 7?
Which, by the way, gives him an assist if they kill somebody with it.
I mean, that's a problem. Warbeast farms so much. He's like a Sandwraith who doesn't have to move because people is doing his job for him. He just needs to click W, and all of a sudden, assist just comes flying in from everywhere, and he helps his team win their lanes with the extra hero damage. Like, imagine in a lane that your enemy hero hits for 11 more than you. That's a pretty extensive advantage you have in the lane against someone in a 1v1 for example.
Now, so look at how this game's shaping up, though. You look at the lineup that Who has on the other side. Rhapsody and Ophelia. I mean, that's a very push-heavy combo off the bat. And I'm noticing the bans here from Reason, including that final ban. They actually banned out Soul Reaper. So, getting some insight into that of, you know what, they could be going for that idea.
Yep. Ava Boys, he realized he has already lost to one Ophelia push ball. He's trying to juke that, or at least ban out strong heroes that works well with Ophelia. But so far, Rhapsody, Ophelia, and Prisoner, they have a good synergy. Like, Prisoner has a catch for the push. Zephyr.
The bird's the word, baby. Here we go.
This looks like a stay green lineup.
It's Demented Shaman last pick, right? I mean, it's push, it's a Zephyr DS combo. Seems
it might be.
Well, that might not make a lot. Well, you could solo the DS, I guess, but then the lanes might be a little funky.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit too much of the good stuff break here.
Okay, maybe a little over the top.
Just a little bit too much, but still, this looks like one of the good old stay green lineups. With I remember Chessie playing Zephyr, Ophelia, and not Chessie. Was it Sefrique?
It would probably be or My Nuts.
Minus. Oh, takes me back, man. Anyway, let's see. They are missing.
They could use a carry. I mean, they're clicking Calamity. Is she really a good pusher?
Zephyr's a carry. They need.
Yeah. What am I saying? Yeah.
You got so excited about Zephyr.
I'm not even used to seeing a Zephyr though. So I'm more excited. I was more excited on that Calamity right click there, and I was like, interesting.
That's gonna be super. I mean, that's.
I guess she is okay push, right? I mean, their dragons seem pretty decent for that.
I'm not sure about that one, man. She could be picked for her ulti, working well together with Prisoners and Zephyr's ulti.
Yeah.
But it's not good. especially this game, she's not going to be able to carry against a Magnus and a Bubbles and a Puppet Master and a War Beast.
Well, they don't need her to carry, though, right? I mean, that's not what they're going for here. They're going for we win early. Okay, they go Plague Rider.
There we go.
That makes sense.
That's more suitable. That's a suicide hero at least, and that is a strong suicide hero that doesn't get a lot of time in the limelight. He like the ability to deny creeps, make sure that Plague Rider almost always has lane control, giving him a good laning phase for the most part, and denying farm from the carry. The reason he's not picked up is probably due to the fact that he has like pretty weak post laning phase. Usually, like Plague Rider's ulti, like the Plague can be doing some great stuff, but usually he's not that great. Usually there's better options.
Yeah.
What are we missing on recent gaming? We got the Suicide in War Beast. We got the short lane in Puppet Master. We got the mid in... hold on.
They need support.
They need support, yeah.
Torturer for they need some kind of creep clearance support, right?
Are they gonna jungle?
Pyromancer?
Wait, they could jungle War Beast.
Yeah.
Sure
okay, you're right.
That,
yeah.
They could jungle War Beast with a Bubble Suicide against Zephyr. That's pretty decent.
Support Magnus wouldn't be out of the question, I guess, but
we've seen Sync do that definitely. The Magnus support that's definitely been done before. But yeah, it comes. I think they're Imberboy is okay. They're going with what we expected. So War Beast Suicide, Bubbles mid lane, Puppet Master Andrew top lane, and then near sort of roamy with Magnus, probably doing the Rudo C kind of pull that BMG usually do, like takes the first wave in and farms with that. That would be my best guess.
Yeah.
And,
well, this is going to be a fun finish. It's come down to this final game here, and it's come down to a Zephyr for the Legion side. So
you have no more options.
I mean, we knew when they gave up War Beast like they did right there that they had to be doing something. I mean, you can't just expect them to not pick up War Beast when it's left open like that. So they had to, and this was the idea again, taking advantage of that greediness a little bit of, what War Beast will need some time to build up and whatnot, and so we're just going to flat out try to push you down instead. I mean, this isn't a all-out push strategy by any means, but there's a lot of team fight synergy and early push potential.
Definitely, and they're not winning late game by any means.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, War Beast doesn't care about Zephyr's ulti.
Safe to say, yeah.
And Puppet Master's just going to need a stronger head, and all of a sudden, Prisoner is the only thing that can actually touch him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty this laning phase is going to be very important for Team Legion, and they just did a strat pause probably. I'm calling every pause a strat pause just in case you were wondering. That's what I see pauses at.
I wouldn't be surprised. So this is actually something I like to bring up too. Again, this is not only your best of fives, pretty damn rare to have in the first, especially straight up best of fives, but the Deadeye Battle League has brought us plenty of these. I'm trying to recall. I don't think we've had a situation like we have had several game fives, but I don't think we've had one where one team was down 2-0 and then came back and ultimately won it in the end. I mean, I would have to really go through. There's only been a couple. There's only been 2 game fives, BMG versus Fresh, and then Reason. Was that a comeback? Okay. So Reason did defeat Solaire Club 3-2, and according to Quincy, you're right. They were down 2-0, weren't they? Yeah, so Reason has actually been in this situation.
They are the comeback masters.
Not too long ago. Okay, so, but it goes back to the point that, as I'm pretty sure I brought up in that series, then that they're the ones with the momentum as well. I mean, sure, they were down 0-2, but now they won 2 games in a row themselves going into what is the final game for both teams. So Team Who, they're the ones with their backs against the wall.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely. Gaming's great.
Yeah. So they're trying something crazy here.
Recent Gaming? You think they're...
No, Team Who as far as their strategy.
Yeah, okay. And maybe like a panic special homemade strat that's going to wipe Recent Gaming off their legs or whatever.
It's about damn
Momentum
time.
didn't work out super well for Who, though. Yeah, no, I mean... I think Recent Gaming, just maybe this is a strat, go 2 games down and then take the other teams by surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In the jungle
Not,
here, Scotty.
not a strat I would advise, but maybe it's working. I mean, it worked against Sol C, and they're looking pretty solid here already in the draft in Game 5. And let's see, this is what is Bubble still doing here?
Passing around.
Oh, he's blocking Ophelia's camps.
Okay.
Oh, they're assholes. That's what they are. They're blocking both her camps. That's so annoying when you're a jungle player. I swear to God, I get it rustles my jimmies whenever people like go out of the way to block my entire jungle. I get so sad and frustrated and just feels bad, man.
Well, they also
like,
double block this one camp.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. That's brutal.
They're putting a lot of effort into saying, Ophelia, go away. We don't like you.
You're not going to be part of this game.
Yeah.
At least in the early part. So yeah, I mean, she could go to the Hellborn jungle, but then she's vulnerable to a roaming Magmus Andromeda, and that's you don't want to do that. So makes a lot of sense here, basically, as far as what reasons doing. God, I hate this skin so much on Prisoner.
What skin?
The Prisoner skin, because it always looks like he has double damage.
Oh yeah.
The skin itself is cool, but
yeah,
that's got to be frustrating playing against, man.
It's blue all the time. Yeah, that's right.
It's like, wait a second.
How does it look with Ghost Marchers?
I don't know.
Oh well, whatever. It's
okay.
Bubbles, Rhapsody, Bubbles versus Rhapsody Prisoner. I mean, Bubbles is not the worst hero against Prisoner. It's fairly easy to take cover his hooks.
Yeah.
But if Rhapsody gets the stun on you, then you're gonna have a problem. But Bubbles can always get away from Prisoner, like with his shell surf. So, top lane. Jungle,
well, see, this is what we're saying now. Ophelia, she comes into the other jungle realizing that it's all blocked, but this is why it's dangerous. In fact, she's going to be in some trouble here with Rhapsody. Well, they may turn it on to Bubbles with that set. Hook comes in. There's that takeover, though, with the Shell Surf. Ophelia, the burst damage onto herself. The combo stun. It is going to be a kill, but at what cost here? Andromeda goes down, but now Prisoner's falling very low. So is Bubbles. Down goes Prisoner. Will Bubbles go down? Yes, no, the takeover, the last second, the health potion. What a play by Owen Me right there. He stays alive. And now Magmus going for the turn onto Rhapsody. Magmus getting low, though. He goes down. Ophelia still assisting with that Vagabond leader as the Shell Surf away from Bubbles. Finally, it will come to an end, but a crazy clash in the middle lane area right there.
Dang it, Omi. Wow. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna... And then he takes cover the hook, pours out to his Shell Surf, and just deals a massive amount of damage due to the War Beast buff that they all had. And they get 2 kills. That was just well played. And, yeah. It was actually 2 for 2. Who died? From Beaston, they died. Oh, Tankafit and okay.
Top lane, by the way, Plague Rider. He's gonna get caught here.
Oh,
he got. I mean, not really. He didn't do anything bad there necessarily. It's just good roam by Andromeda and came over with the hole, and eventually the combo stun. Magmus finds Rhapsody off to the side with Ophelia, but again, this goes back to Ophelia. She's having a set up for a difficult game here because of the blocks early on, and she can't successfully farm the Hellborn jungle either because of those supports. So. I mean, I don't know what to say for her. Like, what does she do here? That's a tough game, man.
Take the Catman, go back to your jungle and farm with it, because you're not level 1. You're gonna get shreked by Andrew and Magmus. That's just how it's gonna go. So go farm the small camp and play around with that Catman for as long as you can. Minotaur camp just opened up, so yeah, Shuriken is walking back. Oh, going on Bubbles, and he takes cover. Beautiful. And he needs to body block this.
Shackle, he's able to Shell Surf through it and actually auto attack to finish off Rhapsody right there. Now here comes the counter chase though from Ophelia and Prisoner. Combo stun on a Prisoner right there. Ophelia level 1. Don't want to get too much tunnel vision, however. They are going to get the kill on Andromeda, but Ophelia taking a lot of auto attacks in the process. Shell Surf through, again, able to port with that. As the Steam Bath from Magmus secures the kill, but Magmus goes down as well as Bubbles. A double tap in the end. What is going on? This is mid-wars here, apparently.
Great. I love it, man. This Ophelia is making so much like chaos in this game by going into the enemy jungle, forcing people to like deal with her. And Bubbles was overextending there. He took way too much damage from the auto attacks, going for the Ophelia kill. That would get him killed for sure. But Omi decided, so worth. So he goes for it. But yeah, Prisoner is 450 DPM due to those, what was it, 3 kills? Yeah, that's a double tap just last fight. So Prisoner is having a really great game at this point. And you know what? Warbeast has 3 assists from his
Yeah,
lane.
I was actually going to mention that earlier. Yeah, he got the 2 from earlier, and then a 3rd assist there. So, welcome to Warbeast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
he's
He's just sitting in his lane. Oh, my team is fighting. W. Oh, I got assist. Brilliant.
Yeah, it works out pretty well right there. But, yeah, you're right, though. Prisoner obviously off to a fantastic start himself now. 453 gold per minute. What do you think? What is the portal key the obvious choice here for the Prisoner? Would you see any other way, like something like, say, a Soul's Bulwark for the push potential, or maybe even like an Insanitarius for damage?
Maybe. I mean, Sasuke is known as being that team's brawler. Like, he goes Flux and he goes Ravenar. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Insanitarius, but I think the portal key is kind of core on Prisoner, especially when he's level 6. Like, he can get some good ganks off with the portal key. So, yeah, I think the portal key is going to happen.
Yeah.
But then, after that, he's probably going to go in Sanitarius. Top lane.
Oh, they collapse at the tower. Plague Rider didn't really stand a chance right there. Not much he can do. Obviously, that is a downside. He's considered a decent suicide because of the Extinguish, the pullback of the lane, but when it comes to diving, when it comes to surviving, not really much to it for Plague Rider. So, vulnerable there once again. Obviously, Reason taking advantage of that, and this is going to be a free tower kill on top of it now.
And also, Plague Rider's Extinguish also makes his towers take a lot more damage because they get pushed in all the time. So against push lineups, it's usually like Plague Rider kind of digs his own grave, and that was a 6-minute tower as well in favor of Recent Gaming. So yeah, Puppet Master is 400, still not doing as great as Prisoner, but definitely getting up there.
Well,
and
we can't forget about Zephyr at the same time.
Oh,
I mean, haven't really talked about him at all so far this game, but he is having a great time down here at the bottom lane. 44-3 now. The Turkey Zephyr pushing in the tower even. 370 gold per minute about. So, what do you think we should see on a Zephyr? I mean, he has 1,700 gold saved up here. Is this like a Helm game or a different route? Or?
I think he's going to go Helm. There's quite a lot of damage from Magnus, Bubbles, Andromeda. So I think Helm is definitely... Oh my god.
That's not enough damage right there. Here comes the support. Zephyr going to fall as well as his teammate Rhapsody. And let's make it Ophelia as well. Look at that. All 5 are here. And that was because they came to save Warbeast as they were jumping in the ancient area. Ends up being a 3-for-0 exchange in the Hellborn's favor.
Really great rotation from Recent Gaming. That shut down Zephyr really hard. Bubbles is now 400 GPM. Puppet Master is even higher. Like, oh, that was really what they needed right there. And Warbeast did survive, right?
Warbeast did live. Yeah. No, he lived through it all. So that's the important thing, no doubt.
I don't think Omi has gotten hooked.
And he got some more assists. So.
Yeah, more assists. Yeah.
Here.
It's so intense. Yeah, so Warbeast is going to be a big problem for these guys late game. We were talking about Zephyr's, what he's going to be picking up. I was saying Helm, and he got the Beast Heart, so definitely supporting my claim to the Helm here. Due to the fact that there's a lot of magic damage on this other side that he want to be able to survive in team fights.
How important is it, you think, for this leading team he gets the Helm? Is that the cue? We just got to push towers now. Can they risk waiting a little bit longer past that and farming up some more, or do they just group up and push towers at that point?
Well played.
Rhapsody gets caught here by Magnus. Warbeast Hellhound's helping to chase down, and Zane, in fact, even gets credit for the kill.
Wow.
On a
Warbeast kill secured.
As Zane, or excuse me, not Zane, Zephyr, he finds Bubbles by himself. Without a shell servant, actually going to pick up the kill on him, as well as Magnus goes down. So good roam by Prisoner right there, and actually a couple of kills, and, well, it seems like they are just going to decide to group up.
They overstayed their welcome there in the river.
They did.
They got flanked from one side from a Zephyr, and the other side was a Prisoner and Ophelia. But yeah, no, they're going to... you just asked me a question when they're going to group up. Right now, Bricky. That's when.
Good answer.
Yeah. It wasn't the Helm that triggered it, but more so the pick-offs. Now they have the freedom to push a tower, and that's great. Let's see if they go secondary. I'm not sure how confident they feel in their pushing it here.
Again, they have superior team fight. I think there's no questioning that. With what though, if they're all 5 together, especially at this point of the game, then that's very scary. So I was gonna say for that reason, I think they should just keep going, but they don't. they do decide to fall back.
The problem is, if you are at a second tier tower and you get caught in a kelp field and Magnus, Andro, and Puppet Master starts, like right now, Puppet Master is almost getting the second tier, but there's a team fight. Nope, no team fight.
No.
Puppet Master is almost taking tier 2 top lane while all this was happening.
True.
I mean, that would be a bad trade for them. That's why I think they didn't do it. Because ultimately there would be 5 players about getting 1 tower. Puppet Master would be 1 tower of, 1 hero about getting the trade, and then the rest of them could be farming, and Recent Gaming would get ahead, as you do against the push lineup.
You know, I also wanted to bring this up about Plaguerider, and considering this team is made to, again, it seems like they're at least made to be more of a somewhat of a push style and group it up and at least team fighting. He's not leveling up his Cursed Shield just yet, and at least 1 point into it instead of maybe the second point into Extinguish.
Usually you go Extinguish 2 levels in Extinguish, and then you max your Q, and then you start going a Cursed Shield. That's a very standard build on Plaguerider, so. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, standard, but I don't know. To me, like when they were pushing that bottom lane right there, he could because again they made the Cursed Shield AOE now. It's not just a 1 single target. It actually 6 allies nearby, so the creep wave, other heroes and everything. So hey, I know this is being picky. Obviously, it's not really that big of a deal. So
I mean,
I think there is value
damage.
to it.
Definitely, I agree with you. It's a lot stronger than it used to be. But yeah, I mean, you could make the argument that he should have only got 1 level in Extinguish just for laning phase. Oh, bubbles!
Nice deny. That's big, especially against a team that again is grouping up and doing some good pushes here. Bottom lane in the meantime, never mind. Prisoner's gonna be fine, but again, Puppet Master just still pushing top lane. He's gonna fall back now. Oh, they caught Zephyr. That's big. Kelphiel comes out. He's got some Cyclones. Going to be able to eat them right there, but it's not even close to enough. As soon as the Voodoo Puppet came out.
Oh, Prisoner.
Misses.
Nope. Those 4 heroes, he missed all of them. That's unfortunate. He still doesn't have a spoil key. I think he should be farming his spoil key before they start going for these wild team fights. Especially now that Zephyr is dead. This is not the time you want to team fight. This is the time where you want to go back and cover your tracks, get some pole key on Prisoner, and some creeps on Ophelia, and then take a team fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you keep pounding your head against the wall, you're gonna get dumb. And I just made up that saying. Do you like it?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
I mean, I feel like it's like you are probably gonna get dumb, right?
True. Yeah. It's there is validity to that saying right there. Zephyr, okay, he's pushing out. Zephyr, by the way, a Quick Blade purchase, so he's actually going to be building a Firebrand here to assist. I assume a full Dawnbreaker, but
or he's gonna go the Nullifier Blade or the Basher.
Okay, he's not going Basher. We know that.
Oh, the
Nullifier
Staff.
Blade.
I don't think Staff does anything.
Staff would be really bad.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's gonna be a Firebrand, most definitely. Nullifier would be too bad, to be honest. You can purge off Puppet Master spells, but
yeah,
and you can make people stand still in you. Man, okay, it's not that great. Firebrand, it will probably be the choice, and then into a Frostburn. Shout out to Frostburn Studios, by the way. And then he's probably gonna get something. I think he's gonna get a Shrunken Head, to be honest, because you can't really carry against Puppet Master without a Shrunken Head. You're gonna get locked down for 10 seconds, and take a ton of magic damage from the Voodoo Puppet.
Yeah.
Okay, a pause.
Nope.
That's a strat pause. He disconnected. He didn't time out. That's a strat pause. I tell you.
Could be. Just apparent lag though they're calling out, but gonna restart here and make sure it's all good. Again, they don't want have any issues if you can help it here, so
Definitely.
you should have fixed them.
One thing to note is Rhapsody actually has leveled Staccato over his Disco Inferno, which I don't exactly like in a pushy lineup. Like, Disco Inferno does a lot for you, and the next level you're going to be spending on your ulti, obviously. And there's quite a while until he gets level 7, where he can get his Disco Inferno leveled up. But yeah, it's a great pushing tool, especially with Ophelia. So I'm a little surprised that he chose to go Staccato over the Disco Inferno.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. He's obviously the one DC'd right now, but I mean, it doesn't seem like they. I guess they did kind of group a mid right there as well, and the bottom push was more of a transition after they got some kills, but they are doing a bit of sitting back and farming. With that said, against Zephyr finishing off some Ancients here. Working on finishing the Firebrand. Getting more level 6s, Rhapsody not level 6 herself yet, so I'm sure that is, of course, of concern for the
I think one of the greatest concerns right here is that Warbeast is going to be applying constant pressure to this bot lane. And right now it's pushed pretty far in, so if they go for a mid-team fight and try to push the tier 2, Warbeast will take the bot tier tower, and he's already sitting at 330 DPM. So... I mean, almost like if Recent Gaming just plays the team fight in mid, solid and gets out without too many losses, Warbeast is going to make sure that it's going to be a trade, while the rest of Recent Gaming can be team fight, dodging the team fight and farming. So sort of like in split push lineup is what I'm going at.
Yeah. Well, you see they're roaming around over here, seeing if they can find anybody. Almost found Puppet Master, but he was already falling back to base at that time, trying to finish up that Assassin Shroud. Instead, they'll make their way all the way to the top lane. Or they're going to look to push it in.
Meanwhile, Recent Gaming is split pushing both mid and bottom, sorry. And that's just, I mean, what are you going to do as a push lineup? You're going to, no matter what you do, you're running into an unfavorable trade against a team that has better late game than you. Oh, me. Oh, you beautiful bastard.
He's
that was
so
just,
good at the timing.
he's so sneaky with that.
Yeah.
And he's going to get out.
Oh, yeah, he is. I mean, they're going to chase him. He's making them waste a lot of time. He's just going down to the heel. He doesn't even have to shell surf. As Magnus is going to pour it out. There's a fight up here at the top. It looks like Zephyr diving Puppet Master, but he's by himself. I don't know about that. Did he get caught? Maybe he's the one that got caught initially. That would make more sense. Meanwhile, back to the bottom lane. The Plague is bouncing around. Prisoner's going to be picked off, though not enough damage for a kill on the Warbeast or Bubble, so they all stay alive. Top tower is denied. They get away at the bottom lane. Maybe not. Rhapsody cuts off Warbeast right there, actually, so at least gets a kill onto him. Bubbles faking like he's going to shell surf. Fort stays there, though, and he stays alive in the end, so good getaway by him.
Pretty well played.
Once again. But, yeah, I mean, Zephyr getting killed at the top lane.
What was that?
Well, again, I went there late, but I actually think he got caught first. Puppet Master has the Assassin Shroud, to be fair. So he kind of felt like he was forced to fight. But he was by himself, and, maybe he shouldn't be pushing by himself. Maybe it would be the lesson there, if anything. But, again, I'm telling you, I really just want to see this team. I almost think they're underestimating their potential. But see, now you're at a point that now you have an Assassin Shroud of Puppet Master. Now you got a Portal Key on Bubbles. Portal Key on Magnus is around the corner. It's coming up quickly.
Yep.
All right, looks like Quincy's gonna
peace out, Quincy.
Peace out here. He has some real work now to attend to. So,
too good for us. Is that what you're saying?
Shout out to him as always. Basically, yeah. But he's going up. But anyways, to the point. Yeah, I don't know. Team Who, the strategy, the idea, what they're going for here.
They're getting
it's not coming together here. Yeah.
And Warbeast is gonna get a free bot tower. Neat. He is now 360. And yeah, he's gonna be getting his shrunken head, and then Zephyr is not gonna be able to touch him. And he's gonna basically Warbeast is gonna be a harder carry than Zephyr. And we are not even thinking about Puppet Master at this point. Oh, this could be no, they're not gonna go for it.
Thinking about it, but
yeah. Oh, Prisoner.
They're jumping in, Prison Break. It's only gonna get Andromeda in the end.
But that's an eye. That's an eye.
Survac can get a bound die. Puppet Master is nearby as well, but yeah, not worth.
Oh, did he destroy it?
He tried.
Oh my God.
They killed
Did
it.
you destroy that? Wow, that was well played. I thought he was stunned for good.
Oh, Andromeda killed it. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. Wow. How did he do that?
I thought he was stunned.
I agree. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be able to do that in time, if anything. So, well played.
Well, yeah, definitely.
By Tankafet there.
Oh, Tankafet is playing there. Okay, yeah, my bad. It's this felt these roles like they want to. But yeah, well done.
So, you got Magnus, though, again, just about having that portal key pick up. As far as the Legion team is concerned, you do have Ophelia. She's going to be getting plated Greaves here. Will be good. Zephyr does have that firebrand now. And
Warbeast
there's going to be
is
another
caught.
jump right here. Warbeast is caught. And he's going to go down. So the Portakey prisoner has been doing some good work here, no doubt.
Actually, that was not Apollo Key, I
Wasn't a
believe.
Portakey in the end.
He
no.
just walked in the river and they had vision on Warbeast.
Well, he has a
and
Portakey, so.
He does. And he did get a kill on Andrew due to that, so
Yes.
yes, you're right.
And
Conquer's
they're going to
being
go for
attempted here.
Conquer.
That's gonna be really risky against the Bubbles that's already 11. Like, look at that damage.
Yeah, but, okay, so we just Shell Seraph. That's going to be on cooldown for a little bit. They're not going to stop it. I think Reason's actually fine
They
with
don't care.
kind of giving this up in the end.
Yep. They're actually 100% don't care. Actually, Omi might be trying to go for no.
Yeah, it's not worth. I think obviously they know too the strength of this Legion side. If you fight, especially in a clumped up area like this, it would be really risky. So, oh my God, it's
Oh, the Warbeast dogs. They sniped his dog.
No,
Oh,
Zephyr got it. Yeah.
Oh my God, that would have been so big.
I think we have seen that before from Zane, to be honest.
Yeah, he's super sneaky. He used to snipe Curious with those Warbeast dogs all the time. He would be a pest to play against.
Yeah. Yeah, him and KZ definitely known for that. But they do get the token in the end. So now you got a token on Zephyr here. That is good news, no doubt.
I mean, it's not gonna let them do more than what they could do before. They're still gonna be able to go for the pushes, and Recent Gaming are still going to be able to split push them. So, in a sense, it didn't do a whole lot for them. I mean, at least it's gonna deny the other team from getting the token, but I don't think Recent Gaming. I mean, there was a reason they didn't really try to defend that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that much to them. Omi is getting stuck here. That's a really annoying glitch to get stuck on.
It is, but look at what he just picked up. He gets the Thunderclaw here
I want to carry.
on
I wanna
Bubbles.
carry. That's what I build in Team M when I want to carry with Bubbles. It works splendidly as long as no one hits me.
That's the idea.
Because you're really squishy.
I mean, again, he is going up against this decent push lineup and Ophelia with the minions and whatnot, so.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's
there's that
not
logic,
it's
too.
not like completely out of woods silly, but it's a little silly.
Just a little
Like
bit.
it's a little silly. Just a little bit. You could have gotten maybe like Storm Spirit or Codex or okay, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's okay. Got this. And they're looking. It looks like they're trying to go for Rax here.
Yeah, they're going to keep this pushing. Now, again, it is difficult, though. You look at Warbeast at the bottom lane. You got Puppet Master Max at the top lane. So you do have to give credit to Reason Game. And I know I've been kind of picking on Team Who a little bit as far as they're just not grouping up and pushing enough. But Reason Game has been making that very difficult. Ophelia, by the way, she gets caught trying to retreat. Rhapsody is here. Maybe going to try to save the day. They protect him out. They barely not in time. Well, it went off, but obviously the nice stop right away with the Puppet Show. The Voodoo, or the Plague Goo bouncing around, but there was just too many heroes right there, not enough for any kills. Swap on a Plague Rider, and now he's going to be chased down and eventually picked up. He's going to stand his ground and go for the counter kill. It's not going to happen, though. He will fall in the long run. So, Reason came in a lot of good picks right there. You got him now, Shrunken Head on Puppet Master. Again, they're playing this very well. The counter pushes are clearly causing a lot of issues for Team Who here.
It's almost impossible for them to group up and push somewhere without like getting an unfavorable trade. That's how it's been the entire that's what you just said. Like basically, Recent Gaming is making this push lineup not work at all because of their great positioning and great pushes. Like they always push in the lanes, so they're ready. If Team Who groups up in a lane, they have two other lanes that's going to be trying to take base towers. It's just this is really hard situation to be in as well as a push lineup. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take a Rax, lose 4 Rax? That's not a great deal. I'm gonna say no to that. But so basically, the only option here is pick off one of the heroes that are pushing in your side lanes. Right now, Puppetmaster's top. You need to be hiding in the trees or something like that, because one thing is that they're pushing in, but that also makes them a little bit. It makes the push a little bit obvious. Like it's gonna come, so you can set up a sneak gank on one of the heroes, and then all of a sudden you have some space. But right now, Team Who is just like they're just waiting for the lanes to get pushed in, and oh, prisoner.
Well, this is interesting at the Ancients over here. It's actually Prisoner does run into Puppet Master. Magnus stuns in, though, going to save the day, and there's the Assassin Shroud to help him get away in the end as well. As now Magnus is going to ring around the Rosie, kind of hide in the steam bath, has a portal key in 3 seconds, and nope, dodges the hook, so is going to get away in the long run. Well played there by Magnus. Near saving his teammate, then getting out of there himself. So as I was saying, though, he was looking at, Zephyr did actually kill the Ancient stack on the Hellborn side, at least in the meantime. Granted, Onmi did steal a couple of the Ancient creeps, I think at least 3 of them, with a shell serve at the very end, so it wasn't 100% efficiency, but still something there. He gets a Warhammer, actually, on top of what he has here, so I don't know what to expect. I mean, I guess Shrunken, yeah.
I mean, as I said, you can't really fight a Puppet Master as a carry without Shrunken Head, unless you have like some sort of like a Predator or Swiftblade sort of thing going on for you. And Zephyr has neither, unfortunately, so he's going to need some magic immunity to get on top of Puppet Master and deal damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be so hard. They can't even win a fight at this point. Like, Puppet Master is just going to activate a Shrunken Head. They only have like. They have the Prisoner ulti, but that's about it. We got 2 Shrunken Heads, Warbeast and Puppet Master.
Here we go. They are gonna try to go in the base and pull it on a Bubbles right off the bat, and he melts. So yeah, that Thunderclaw right there, not helping him a whole lot in the long run at that point. But the pushes continue elsewhere. You see the top and especially the bottom lane, as Warbeast is still going, and Bubbles did buy back immediately. So it's enough to get them back off the bat there.
Bit of a blunder there from Omi. He should not have gotten killed. But he has a buyback to make up for it, so that's fine. And yeah. Right now Warbeast is sitting behind because he can't see them on the map. We can see him, of course, as casters, but he couldn't see any of the enemy heroes. So he was playing a little bit careful.
Me catching them in the background. Voodoo Puppet on a Prisoner in the meantime, and he goes down, and now Rhapsody and Ophelia trying to run away. Obviously, Zephyr no longer here. He's already ported back, and I feel like that's happened a couple of times now. A couple of people port, the other people stay around, try to run away, and they just get picked off. So they're not communicating the best here on Team Who, and Reason is just capitalizing at every turn in this game.
What needs to happen is Zephyr says, "Team, I'm going to pour it out in 10 seconds. You should fall back, and so you don't get caught." But right now, sir, I'm not sure if they just don't listen, are not listening to Searchers, or if he's not calling it. But he pours out to defend bot lane, and then all of a sudden his team is 4v5, and Omi is catching them with his portal key and his ulti. Yeah, it has happened twice now. They need to stop that. And also, I think this game is like pretty much unwinnable. I don't think a Legion team can win a team fight at this point, straight up 5v5. There's too many items on the enemy team.
Yeah, the Shrunkens are the biggest thing. Obviously, Puppet and Warbeast. I mean, Zephyr, if you have a Shrunken against him, you don't care about him being in the fight even. It
pretty much
produces everything he does. So, yeah, it's a team that on paper has great team fight potential in the early game especially, but we have passed that, no doubt, as the farm is pretty intense now on the Hellborn team. And you got a Zephyr who's going to try to transition into a little bit of a carry, you know, gets a full Dawnbringer. I mean, he can be okay, but not even close to the potential of a Warbeast and a Puppet Master on the Hellborn side. So you think that Team Who maybe just has a couple more shots left in them here, but
I think they need to go for some risky plays here. Try to catch someone off guard, get some pickoffs, and then go for a straight base push. If they don't do that, they're gonna lose the game slowly but steadily. And I mean, Zephyr is really tanky, but I mean, it's just like the Togenon did nothing pretty much. Like they couldn't push. Oh no,
he's dead. Eruption, Voodoo Puppet not even needed.
They weren't like Recent Gaming played this so well. It's a big shout out to Recent Gaming for playing this well. They were just ready to deal with this push line. Like the token on Zephyr, they managed to do nothing with it because the side lane was pushed so much. It's. I think one thing they could do is they could go for an all-in. They could go push Raxus, and then try to go for Throne. That might be what they have to do at this point. But even so, it's I mean, the other team can just port home after they get the Rax trade. And then it's going to be 5v5 in a base. I don't know. I'm not sure, Becky. This is looking really tough for Team Who.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Right now, in 27.5 minutes in, obviously the lead is as biggest as it's ever been. 16,000 goal lead, 16,000 experience lead right now.
Oh, top lane.
Just constantly going more and more. They catch Magnus up here. Prisoner does, that is. And again, he hits pretty hard. Soulsborg, he uses everything. Obviously, that's what, 90% damage. Yeah, because it's 30% for each cooldown. So
yep.
He is hitting pretty hard and has that potential, no doubt. But, you know, don't expect Reason Gaming to be giving them many more opportunities such as that one.
No, they should definitely try to do something with that. Like, I know it's hard, and I know it's going to be most likely a suicide mission, but the longer they sit here and just like let Reason Gaming farm, they're further behind. They're going to fall, and there's just like they're digging themselves a deeper hole. If they yeah. My philosophy on that one is, like, as soon as you realize you're in a hole, try to get out really, really quickly instead of digging yourself deeper down. But some teams prefer to just sit tight and hope that the other team makes a mistake. Like, if the other team goes for a base push, for instance, and you kill them, then you get a comeback there. But yeah, that rarely happens. Oh, did you cut?
Kind of, not really. I mean, it looks like Ophelia, though. She got caught by Andromeda there, tableted in even to catch him. And meanwhile, back to the middle lane, there's a counter kill on a Bubbles, though. So,
there we go, Ricky. They're going for it. They're going straight for it. They're going to throw.
What do they have to lose, right? Why not?
Exactly. I mean,
double damage Zephyr. Might as well take. This is like you're not going to have a better chance. So here we go. It's a bit of a base race. With that said. Bubbles
2 for 4 Rexes.
Does have buyback, but
yeah,
not gonna use it here. Zephyrs porting. Ugh, I hate that. I mean, that was just like, why not try, honestly? But they come back. There goes a Typhoon. But again, Warbeast is like, I got a shrunken head. I don't care. Andromeda, on the other hand, cares. And she goes down, actually. Warbeast, though, he's just focusing on the melee racks, is going to pick it off. Zephyr does get the kill on a Magnus and gets a double tap. And the rest of his team did stay. But obviously, they're having trouble killing the melee racks themselves as an Andro and Warbeast are here. Meanwhile, top lane, Puppet Master was killing off the racks on top of it all. So, yeah, it goes back to the Legion side. I mean, really probably should have just committed to just trying for that there. And worst case scenario, you know, but yeah, they're going to get picked off now here in the long run as Rhapsody also is going to be in trouble.
That's going to be gaming advancing though. I mean, they got 2 lanes with Raxes. I think it's safe to assume that they're going to be trying to go for the mid here with their side lanes pushing in. Actually, they're going Kong to just triple secure the game. Just in case. And yeah, they didn't even manage to get their melee Rax. Because Sergio's ported out too early.
That's all I'm saying, yeah. I mean, they lost a lot of damage with him porting out early, and at that time, they weren't able to do it. So, they get the Rax. They're going to get Kongor now. You see Ophelia's running over, but not much he's going to be able to do by herself. Zephyr's kind of there, but by the time he gets even close, there goes the message.
It's the standard, like, against the push lineup. It's so hard. Like, you see this happen all the time in, like, in TMM, against the Silo that's really farmed. So you just sit and wait to take your towers and your Raxes eventually if you don't do anything about it. And there's no Silo in this game, but there's a Warbeast and there's a Puppet Master pushing out your lanes. And if you don't address that problem, you're losing Rax for Rax all the time. It's going to be straight up trades, and that's not in your favor. And yeah, they had no answer for it, Team Who, and now they're 2 melee racks down. And Reason Gaming can just go push mid.
Yeah, they're taking their time with it. Why not? Might as well secure it, of course. Absolute, especially being down 2-0 to start this series. In the end, they've come back to the final game, and now we're just on the verge of ultimately claiming it.
Doombringer!
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. There you go. There's a sign of Olin, if any. The new Doombringer, by the way. The new and improved Doombringer. Yeah. The charge count on it. You get a hero kill. It adds, what was it, 10 damage each charge you get. So In case he didn't know about those change guys. So, but man, he actually had enough. Jeez, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
He had like 4,800 when I checked. I was like, what is he gonna go?
And then he's farming ancients. It's like
now he's farming ancients.
Doombringer, go to farm ancients.
It's great.
Oh, and now he's gonna get caught. Oh, jeez. Oh no. Oh no. Puppet Master's gonna find him.
Don't do it.
Zephyr, don't give him a Doombringer!
Oh,
no! Voodoo Puppet's out! Zephyr's dead just like that.
Oh my god, Doombringer on Puppet.
Oh boy, and he has a token, and that's just concede before he comes back up, I'm telling you. You don't want to face that. Okay, now he's doing it. And so he's gonna, there's a GG, well played. That's it, Game 5 and the series going to Recent Gaming. I don't know, man. Team Who, they had several times there to just go all in, man. I mean, especially at the end. You buy a Doombringer, and then you go to farm Ancients. Like, what was the purpose of that? Just go. Just push. Just try something. I don't know. Anyways, Recent Gaming, though, that's really the focus there. They played fantastic as far as their comeback's concerned. I mean, Game 3, 4, and 5 especially. It was really all them for the most part, and they deserve this series here.
I do not understand why Team Who deviate from the strat that works for them in the last 3 games. Like, why? What? Like, what? Not even once after their losses did they go back to what worked for them. Teamfight lineups. They didn't. And it was not like the ban shut them out. Like, Trimble was banned in the last game. That's it. I don't understand that, Brecky. It's like, I get, like, you don't want to go the same kind of strat twice in a row. Because, the other team is prepared for it. But, dang.
Yeah.
They just rammed their head into the wall numerous times, and, like a dumb.
It didn't connect there, but again, I really like to focus on Recent Gaming throughout that too, because like no doubt that's what also kind of changed there. Not that they weren't playing that great in the first couple of games, but they, especially when their backs were against the wall, being down 2-0. We talked about the lineup that they picked, the Dark Lady, especially getting Zane his Pharaoh, things like that, just all the comfort around the table, and that's where it started. They won that game and kind of just went from there. So. And then this being the end result. So, they take the series 3-2. And as we've constantly been stressing here, this is a really big deal because now this means they finished 2-1 overall. I'll do my best to update the groups here for you guys. You go to HauntTour.com, though. Check it out for yourself. But so I was kind of doing the math here a little bit. So basically, again, so how it works, it's if there's a tie as far as series record goes, then it's first the head-to-head matchup. So if it's a two-way tie, then it's head-to-head. The winner, whoever beat the other in the head-to-head matchup, they would move on. However, if there's a three-way tie, then it goes to the individual game record. And
that can't happen, though.
Absolutely it can. Because if Team Who beats Sync Esports, then it would happen. Now, is that